Good. Welcome to Unit 6, the do's and the don'ts in an email. My good friend, wow. What a feeling, what a good feeling to see that you are still with me up to this end. Okay, where we are discussing how to write a professional email. How to write professional emails. Now, what are those things that you need to do when you are writing an email? What are those things that you need to avoid when you are writing your email? That's what we are going to look into this unit. Okay, so unit 6, definitely there are things that you are encouraged to do and things that you are encouraged not to do when you are writing an email. That's what we are looking at, and this is the last unit. I hope that you are good. All right, so what are those things? Number one, use legible fonts. Now, if you don't understand what fonts are, okay, I do in a layman's way, I would say that fonts are basically the handwriting. The handwriting, I would compare that to the handwriting. Okay, so use a font that is quite clear, font that is well understood, that can be seen, that is clearly seen. Okay, so for example, we have so many people talk of that official or the official font is Times New Roman size 12 or Calibri size 11, but these are not the only official fonts. Okay, nobody declared them official, by the way, but they are considered legible, and that's why people consider them official. Okay, so you have Times New Roman size 12, you have Calibri size 12, you have others like Tahoma again size 12 is a good font. And if you'd like to read more about the font families, there's the link that you can use, my good friend. You can use this link. This link will provide you with so many font families that you can know or that you can use in your email and even other official documents. So when you're writing your professional email, or that email that you're writing to a friend, please use use fonts that is legible, that is very easy to read. I'm sure you can see this, that it's very easy for you to read this. Use legible fonts or fonts Times New Roman size 12. It's very easy for you to read. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do when you're writing your email, write an email using a font that is easy to read. Number two, keep your emails short and brief. And I hope I have mentioned this time and again. I have repeated this time and again, that when you are writing your emails, just try to make it short and brief. But at the same time, make sure that you communicate everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything that you wanted to communicate in your email. Make sure it's captured, but avoid repeating yourself. By now, I'm sure you have heard that in the course of our learning, I have repeatedly mentioned the same thing time and again for emphasis purposes. That is when we are learning, but in your email you avoid that. Okay, once you mention a point, that's it. It flies. All right. The third thing that you need to consider is to introduce your brief. You introduce yourself briefly if it's the first time you are writing an email to the recipient. So if this is the first time you are sending this email to the recipient, maybe the recipient doesn't know you, it's always advisable that get to introduce yourself. Let the recipient know who you are. Okay, maybe why you are writing to him or her, but again, let that be brief. Let that be brief. Don't start giving stories about yourself. Okay, your achievements in your life, what your life goals are, what your mission is, what you are doing now, and so on. Don't give all those stories. Just introduce yourself briefly. All right, so the third thing that you need to do is avoid short forms such as DIY, do it yourself. So when you are writing professional emails, my dear friend, avoid short forms. Okay, aka also known as. All right, don't assume that everyone understands what we mean by these short forms. Okay, so avoid short forms as much as possible. Okay, try to avoid those short forms as much as possible. Write your things in full. Okay, write them in full. Then for professional emails, and in this case I'm very precise, for professional emails you avoid using emojis. Okay, you avoid using emojis as much as possible. So let not any emoji be there for any professional email. That means if you are writing an email maybe for a job application or a business email or a marketing email or whatever type of an email it is, avoid using emojis. Okay, yes, they are acceptable, and nowadays we are using them in our social media platform, WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, and so on and so forth. Avoid using those emojis in your professional emails. Maybe when you are writing casual emails, then you can incorporate those images, because that's a friend, that's a colleague who understands you, that's a colleague who knows you. So avoid using that as much as possible. All right, so avoid ambiguity in your email. Avoid ambiguity in your email. So what do we mean by ambiguity in your email? Avoid communicating or using words that would carry so much different meanings in your email. So what do we mean by that? You avoid using a word that's ambiguous. I hope you understand what ambiguous means. Ambiguous simply means a word that is carrying so much or so many different meanings. Okay, that's what we should avoid as much as possible. Okay, so use words that maybe are straightforward. Okay, that even one doesn't know the meaning. Okay, if you went looking for the meaning of such words in the dictionary or somewhere else, he will not be confused on which is the meaning to use here, and so on and so forth. Okay, then review your emails before sending it. Before you hit that send button, please go through your email. Okay, as I have mentioned as a while back, don't ignore, don't assume. Okay, don't ignore, don't assume. Go through your email. However good you are in that language that you are using to write your email, go through that email again. Make sure that you understand the much that you understand is the much that the recipient understands. So do that as well. Go review, check for errors and correct them. Okay, where you find ambiguity a bit, try to refine and try to narrow down as much as possible. Okay, then avoid using different colors in your email. This is what I was mentioning a while ago in the last topic, in the last unit that we did, unit 5, that avoid using different colors in your email. Use the same colors. At most use 2 different colors. Okay, at most use 2 different colors. Where you need to do a lot of emphasis, use bolding or italize the text, and that one will be understood, and not only understood but also understood clearly. Now also avoid underlining. Okay, this could be confused with hyperlinks. Okay, so please take note of that, though I am doing it here for you. Avoid what I have done. Avoid underlining. Okay, so underlining is normally used for emphasis. Okay, and in such a case, instead of doing emphasis, you can try and use different colors. That's what we mentioned, but they should not be more than 2 colors, or most likely bold or italicized. That one is okay to create the emphasis. Okay, and I hope that one is okay. Oof, that's good, and that's it for this unit. What we've covered in unit 6 is what you should do and what you should not do in emails. In other words, we are talking of the habits that you need to acquire when you need to do or to write professional emails. So, my good friend, I feel happy and I feel honored that you've come this far. Okay, where we have learned how to write professional emails. I do hope that this course have been of great help to you, and I hope that by now you are able to write an email, and not only an email but a professional email, one that is acceptable, one that you feel proud of, one that represents who you are. So for any question that you could be having, you can write an email to me, ben@arostobee.co.ke. Okay, that's my email address. Remember, I've said don't underline, but this one comes automatically when you are using the software here. So it comes automatically because it is a link. Okay, it is treated as an external link. So ben@arostobee.co.ke in case you have a question, and if you don't find it okay writing an email, use the Q&A section. Use the Q&A section to write that email to me, to write that question to me, and I'll reply to you. All right, I have prepared a few extra resources for you. All right, I have prepared a blog for you, and in this blog you can read so much about emails, okay, writing a proper email in this website grammarly.com. okay, so that one will help you so much to know about. And there's also a video that I have prepared for you, not me, sorry, that I have gotten for you, a video how to write a business email in English by Dasha, that she did in 2020. So you can copy this link to your browser and just go watch that video. I'm sure it's a video that will be very informative, and it's a video that will be of great help to you. All right, and that's it for this lesson. I really feel honored that you took your time to learn this lesson. I hope that, this course, I hope that the course has been of great help to you, and I hope that it will be helping you in the next life that you are going to live. Remember, learning never stops, so keep learning, keep learning, keep learning until our next lesson. If you join me in one, have yourself a good time, and I hope that you write professional emails that will present you and you feel proud of. Thank you.